Good morning. First, I would like to start off by asking everyone, who here likes music? Raise your hands. All right. Now, who here plays an instrument? Yes, there's a lot fewer hands. I expected that. Well, if you play an instrument, you probably know the feeling of frustration when you first start out playing an instrument. It's hard, and you probably don't sound good or sound like what you should sound like. But even if you don't play an instrument, you probably know the feeling of frustration. When I first started playing violin, I was very awful. I was very terrible, actually. I had to convince my mom to get a violin because I would start a lot of things and not finish it. I started playing saxophone for a little bit, and then it made my cheeks hurt because I had to keep blowing into the saxophone, so I gave up. Then I tried the tuba. That was even worse. And then the clarinet, I stopped that too. And not to mention the expensive piano lessons when I was younger, and I didn't learn anything. So I finally convinced my mom to play violin, but it was different this time because I really wanted to play it, and I really wanted to learn how to play it, and I wanted to dedicate myself to learn and follow through to be able to play like a professional or somebody that could at least play in front of an audience. So when I first had my recital, I played Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. I'll demonstrate. Hold on. All right, so my first recital, I had to come up after I saw this little 9-year-old playing a really hard Mozart piece, and I was 13, older than him, and I still didn't know how to really play. So I started off playing, I thought I could play, so I started tuning. So I was like, okay, it's my turn. I'm going to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Stars. So this is how it sounded. And it was pretty bad, but all the parents clapped, so I was still pretty happy afterwards. But playing violin taught me a lot of things. It taught me patience. Before I could even start playing violin, I had to learn how to put rosin on the bow. I had to get a shoulder rest. I had to learn how to put it right under my chin and keep a good position. That way I could form good habits. So I had to do all those things before I even began start playing. So when I started learning how to play violin, I'd see a lot younger kids that would play. Oh, I forgot my slides, actually. Oh, we're here now. So I would compare myself to others. I'd see younger kids playing way harder songs than me, and that was very demotivating, but I use it to motivate myself to play better, because it's very discouraging when you've been playing for 4 years and you're older than someone and they go up there and they play way better than you. I saw some kid came and played like Jesu Joy of Man Desiring after I was still learning how to play Twinkle Little Stars. They were playing a lot harder songs there. I was still struggling to play scales. So main thing I learned was just to keep practicing and focusing. And during my practice times, I had to keep a goal, and I had to know what I wanted to play, and I would improve with some time. So about 5 years into playing violin, I started getting not motivated to practice. I didn't want to keep playing scales because I would always have to get up, and then I would set up, and then I would have to take time to tune, and then play slow scales like. I'd have to do that for about 30 minutes over and over just so I could get warmed up and play better. So I hit a wall, and I didn't really get that much better, and I didn't feel like practicing anymore. So I forced myself to keep playing more and keep practicing. And playing violin gave me opportunities such as playing at weddings and nursing homes. So one of the songs I played for a nursing home, which I'll play for you today, was Near My God to Thee, because I knew they were older, so they probably wanted to hear like an old hymn or something. So that's what came to mind. So I played it for them. So that was. So that's the song I played, and they look really sad, so I felt bad for playing that song. So I try to think of something happier to play. So I learned how to play like Canon in D and all those other songs, which helped me get some pocket money, which was really good. I played at a couple weddings, so I just learned those songs. So I had to learn Canon in D, and it was really annoying because I had to play it over and over. So I was like, and then it kept on going on, but I still got paid $200 after the wedding, so that was really good. So that's how violin shaped my life. I had to learn patience, and I had to learn motivation, and it helped me be able to speak to people, and I was forced to play on stage, and that helped me to be more confident. So thank you for listening.